Hey everybody, and welcome to Stock Abilities. I'm going to be covering Trump's tweets from the most popular, the most historical, and more satirical kind of tweets that he's been going out off and on here through the past couple years. Some of the data might be a little bit further back, but the idea is to show all the potential viral ones and all the potential, ones that are making, I would say, a historical impact on the not only the markets, but the economy and everything else. But we're going to get started here with one of the most recent ones, and I'm going to play it for you guys. And feel free to share in the comments below your own thoughts on
$5
that.
trillion over the term in office, my term. That's over 3.5 years. Think of that, 2.5 trillion. I took over a depleted military, old equipment, broken equipment. Even in the Army, all brand new uniforms with the belt. Everybody wanted the belt. But we spent $2.5 trillion. We got everybody pay increases, 3 of them. There's never seen anything like what I've done for the military. As far as the VA is concerned, what we've done there with choice and accountability, the VA would be treating people badly. We couldn't do anything about the people that were treating our great soldiers, our great heroes badly. Now you fire them right away because of accountability. For 45 years, they were trying to get that. For more than 45 years, they were trying to get choice. Obama gave you a weak version that didn't work. It was a joke.
That summarizes about that recent tweet there. He kind of goes into a bit of a tangent. So we're not going to play that whole one back. We're going to jump over to some more historical difference, more recent tweets, and overall just the more popular ones. One of the most recent popular ones was him tweeting about the FLOTUS and him testing positive for COVID-19, and they say they're going to begin their quarantine and recovery process immediately. And of course, we already went through all that whole scenario there. He went through to the hospital. They were saying that he might be held longer. Later on, they came out saying that he's only going to be held into the hospital till Monday. He got released at 6:30 in the evening in the East Coast time zone there. And of course, now it goes on to some other tweets that I'm going to be highlighting. I'm not going to go too much into details about each one, just give you guys a little bit of a background on them so that you can kind of get the historical impact or the satirical impact based on the markets and everything else. And then here's another one. We are united in our effort to defeat the invisible China virus, and many people say that it's patriotic to wear a face mask when you can't socially distance. There's nobody more patriotic than me, your favorite president. So this is just more like a hype or sensationalist. With COVID going on, they're trying to stay positive and everything like that. So this is more of just like a motivational tweet. Not a whole lot to it, but it was very popular. Some breakdowns here. Uh, Basically 1,862 text tweets, replies 297, retweets, links and images. Not going to go too much into detail about that. You got the other one here. The United States of America will be designating Antifa as a terrorist organization. Obviously, this was a big this is more of a political move than anything else, I would say. There was a lot of pressure on him to essentially do something about that, especially with all the previous riots while having the COVID thing going on and everything kind of coming together. So he had to tweet something at least and define it as something in that regard. Not going to get too much into that one there. He had some other ones here. I'm not sure the background on this one with the Amy Coney Barrett. I'm not opposed to the justice. I wasn't really following along with that. Probably had something to do with the debate. And then, of course, tweets he's been tweeting since 2009. Obviously, they picked up, closer to his presidency point there. No one was really necessarily following him as much until nowadays. Basically, with being president, some of his most popular hashtags, if you guys want to check them out, of course, is Make America Great Again. He's tagged that numerous times. Obviously, that was a slogan for, presidential related campaigning and all that kind of fun stuff. Going to jump into just, another little list here, the viral tweets. This was probably one of his most viral uh, pre really getting all that much attention from presidency, essentially where he's tackling. I'll show you guys here. He's basically tackling CNN. Basically, the whole drama of the fake news and all that kind of stuff he's been saying for quite a while here. That's essentially what this video is supposed to represent, and it went viral basically with 504,000 little hearts there, and 418,000 people are tweeting about it. One of the more recent ones was him saying that Nancy Pelosi is asking for $2.4 trillion to bail out poorly run, high crime Democrat states. Money that is no way related to COVID-19. And we made a very generous offer of $1.6 trillion. And as usual, she is not negotiating in good faith. So I am rejecting their request and looking to the future of our country. And I have instructed my representatives to stop negotiating after the election. When immediately after I win, we will pass a major stimulus bill that focuses on hardworking Americans and small business. Essentially, he went on about this, and the ultimate statement was that he's going to delay, the full stimulus bill until maybe after elections. It's unclear. He feels he's going to win. I'm not going to mention any political bias in this video, whether I feel Trump or Biden basically will win. We're not going to get anything into that aspect. The main point is that the markets dropped on this historical tweet, whether it was for this tweet in general or not, hard to say. Then he came out later with a update that basically they're going to do standalone bills. So I feel it was more of an art of the deal kind of tactic. It's pretty straightforward in his books and his marketing in the past, and he's mentioned this in the past. Even with the China trade deal, he did this where he said, we're going to completely pull out, blah, 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 all the tariffs and everything, we're going to double and amplify or whatever. It's basically a sales pitch. If you've ever been to a car dealership or something like that, and the person's saying, well, the car is $10,000, and you say, well, that's too much, you start walking away. He starts reducing the price because a sale is better than no sale. A stimulus bill or a airline support bill is better than a no bill at all, whether with or without the fluff. Both the Democrats and the Republicans know that it's going to look good for both parties, no matter who wins. So it'll look positive. So they're likely to pass something here very soon. They had some news out today as I'm doing this video in regards to they're likely going to make a deal with Pelosi and Munchie and Peleski and all these fun people. And Trump's basically highlighting that's likely going to be a scenario here in the near future. With elections coming up and stuff, they're likely going to pass something. He also did a tweet, if I'm sent a standalone bill for stimulus checks, they will go out to our great people immediately. It's unclear what immediately might mean or reference. But essentially, if the bill is signed and it's passed through the Senate, it's going to pass. The only thing to really mention here is that the Senate is kind of on a break until the 19th. They could do some voting, but they're not going to really be around back fully until the 19th to make any major legislative decisions. This is probably considered one of the more major ones, but we'll see how that unfolds. Just wanted to kind of highlight that tweet there. Of course, here's him hyping up himself again. Highest cable television ratings of all time, second highest overall television ratings of all time. Someday these fake media companies are going to miss me very badly. Now, the nice thing about Trump is his tweets are at least entertaining. Factual, not factual, not really sure. I didn't really go through the data, but they didn't really block this tweet, so I guess it's considered factual. This is from September 30th, 2020. Gonna go on to the next one. There's not much else to say about it. Already covered the FLOTUS one. Already covered the Antifa one. And then here's a fun one. Joe wants to shut down this country. I want to keep it open. Obviously, political debate, praising, timing, all that kind of stuff. Back and forth. Not a lot to say about that one. Joe Biden just announced he will not agree to a drug test. Gee, I wonder why. Just more political bantering, all that kind of stuff. Not much to go into that. Here's another one. We are providing better care and more choice at lower cost, removing a healthier, safer, brighter, and more prosperous future for every citizen in our magnificent land, because we are proudly putting America first. This is there's like a little bit of a health debate with Obama and all that kind of stuff going on during those debates. This was brought up, and it's like, whoa, hey, let's bring this up. Let's say how exciting this is. he was signing some other bills and things like that and making a little bit of a speech. And it kind of excited people and all tied in with COVID and all that fun stuff. Just wanted to give a little background on that one. Then, of course, here's another one. The Democrats are just angry that the vaccine delivery is so far ahead of schedule. They hate what they're seeing. Saving lives should make them happy, not sad. More just political campaigning kind of stuff. Not a lot to say about that one. Democrats only want bailout money for blue states are doing badly. They don't care about the people. Never did. General banter, political related again. Not a lot to say about that one. Great news, Big Ten football is back. All teams to participate. Thank you for players, coaches, parents, and all school representatives. Have a fantastic season. It is my great honor to have helped. So basically, they're still sort of pushing sports back into play. So I guess it's kind of a historical tweet in a way. It's not as popular as some of the other ones, though, obviously. It's still a pretty popular tweet. And then here's one with the Historic day for peace in the Middle East and welcoming leaders from Israel, the United Arab Emirates, and the Kingdom of Bahrain to the White House to sign landmark deals that no one thought was possible. More countries to follow. So he's kind of the warish kind of political hype. Signing a major bill. Is it really peace? All political, yes and no. It depends how you look at it. I'm not going to go too much into detail about that. You can look into it your guys' selves if you want. You can leave in your comments below your own inputs on all these tweets so far, but I'm going to keep going here. And this one was more of a satirical one. You see where Joe Biden, as weak, tired, and sleepy as he is, went to a polling place today in Delaware, of course, to vote. If Biden can do it, any American can. So this is more just a satirical post. There isn't a whole lot of value in it, but it did get a lot of likes and did get a lot of retweets. Just figured it was one worth mentioning. And then we already covered that one, I believe, but I'm going to cover it again just in case I'm mistaken. We are united in our efforts to defeat the invisible China virus, and many people say that it is patriotic to wear a face mask when you don't socially distance. There is nobody more patriotic than me, your favorite president. Yeah, I recall reading that, so I believe I already covered that. But, this is just politics and COVID excitement, all that kind of stuff. Not much else to say about that one. And now we're back full circle to the beginning here. These are just some of what I found were, historical importance tweets or satirical, or just ones that I feel that would have some level of impact on the markets and the stock market and all that kind of fun stuff. Figured to save you guys some time, I'd put them all in just one video. Do you guys know if there's any other tweets that I might have missed? Do you know if there's anything else that I should be really highlighting, at least for 2020? I'm not really going to I didn't really go too far back. I did some with 2017, 18, and 19, but going way, way far back, are they all that relative to what's going on, these years? Yes and no. I could do another video if you guys are interested in that to cover a more extensive view, pre his presidential years and all that kind of fun stuff. Leave it in the comments below if you'd like me to share that. Feel free to leave in the comments below your own favorite Twitter post from Trump, and whether it's satirical or whether you just felt it's more market impactful, things like that, and whether it's worth mentioning. I did try to cover as best as I could all the ones that I've seen of any real value, but essentially that's about all I'm going to cover in this particular video. If you want like this, make sure to comment below and share that input. And I will see you guys later. If you're still listening, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And have a great day, guys.